ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम। 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 जय जय राम जय जय राम। ॐ रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्राय नमः। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। ॐ श्री हनुमते नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनं। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयसद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। ॐ श्री तुलसीदासाय नमः। Hari Om, a very warm welcome to this new series, another beautiful series, and we are going to start with one of the most beautiful prasanga. Earlier we saw Ravana taking away Sita ji, Jatayuji who came and confronted Ravana was severed by Ravana's sword, the wings were cut off and he fell down. And then Ramchandraji came there and then blessed him, having known how and who has taken Sitaji. And before Jatayuji could breathe his last, Bhagavan blessed him with Nirvana Pada. Ramchandraji and Lakshmanji proceeded further, and now they come to one of the beautiful ashramas, which we will see. We had seen 34th Chaupai. We have seen a little portion. We will continue. Tahi Deyi Gati from there. ताहि देयि गति राम उदारा सबरी के आश्रम पगुधारा सबरी देखी राम गृह आए मुनि के बचन समुझि जिय भाए सरसी जलोचन बाहु बिसाला जटा मुकुट सिर उरवनमाला श्याम गौर सुंदर दो भाई सबरी परी चरण लपटाई प्रेम मगन मुख बचन न आवा पुनि पुनि पद सरोज सिर नावा सादर जल लय चरण पखारे पुनि सुंदर आसन बैठारे कंदमूल फल सुरस अति दिए राम कहुआनी प्रेम सहित प्रभु खाए बारंबार बखानी सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। Every single one of us know that there is a Dhamma which all of us have to reach, and once we reach that Dhamma, there is no more birth. Gita says, Yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. Having reached that Dhamma, there is no coming back. And that Dhamma is what? Parandhama Nirvana Pada. All of us know that we have to reach there. And we have told about this several times. Therefore, I will quickly go through because you already know. Several paths leads to that, but however, we also know Jnana Devatu Kaivalyam. Kaivalya Pada is that Nirvana Pada. Through Jnana only. But for gaining Jnana, purification of the mind is required. This purification of the mind is gained through Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Seva, Dhyana, Yoga, ityadi. And we find everybody think, I would rather draw your attention very carefully here, because you should listen to this very carefully without forming an opinion of your own. No prejudice. Very important. Why? Because the topic is like that. Karma Yoga, all of us know. To serve, asking nothing, demanding nothing, anticipating nothing, not even recognition. No display of whatever we have done. Nothing. That is Karma Yoga. But whatever we do, the iota of recognition normally seeps in somewhere, some loophole, some small hole. And then that particular demand for recognition normally contaminates our mind, poisons our mind. And we get carried away into a wrong path. We may do seva, we may do lot of work, and vehemently also with lot of aggression. Sometimes it becomes aggressive work also. But at the same time, it also silently, in a very subtle manner, we don't even recognize many times, in a very subtle manner, it longs for some recognition. It longs for somebody to notice. They may not even speak. If you find that somebody is noticing, then you are comfortable. Then that does not become karma yoga thing. Karma yoga is when we don't recognize, we don't ask for anything, not even recognition. There are people who work so beautifully, you can't even know. I would like to make a mention here of one very, very wonderful celebrity. He deserves to be mentioned, though he is no more. He is no more. He passed away. At a very young age of 41, he passed away. Until he passed away, nobody knew what he was doing. He is a very big celebrity, son of a great, very, very legendary actor in Karnataka, Rajkumar. His son, Puneet Rajkumar, a great actor. All his movies are box office full. Even today, after he passed away, even if somebody screens his movie, it will be full. To that extent, he endeared people. People loved him so much. Nothing wrong in making a mention. Even in the Halli where I am saying Jantagalli, there is a place a little away, Maharashetty Halli. There even today, even now you can see his huge, banner. And then people light lamp and all even today. It is not a cooked up story, nothing. Truth. You can come here, I can show you. Why is that? How did he become that worshipful? Because nobody knew the amount of quiet seva he was doing. Thousands of children in anathashram, very many anathaashrams, he was supporting them financially, and so many children were educated, fed. No, including his own mother did not know, his own brother did not know. Everything came to limelight when he suddenly passed away, and when the body came, whole lot of people, uncontrollable number of people came. Only then people came to know that he had been supporting some several thousands of children, anathashrams. Think. He was a great celebrity. He could have made a big pomp and show of that. He never did. This indicates, very many times we only talk, but he was one pratyaksha pramana of karma yoga. So wonderful, so beautiful. Nobody knew. Very quietly. He spent crores of rupees for them. Nobody knew. His own wife and children did not know. That is karma yoga. I am very happy that I have an example of such a wonderful person who stands as a real example, true life story of a person who is an embodiment of karma yoga. Next, physically oriented, we all can go and do some seva everywhere. Let us suppose, giving the benefit of doubt, all of you have got this idea, so you may go and do seva. At the same time, how do we what do you call it as? Cleanse our mind. The best method is bhakti, devotion. Now that person who did seva to the children, his love for children was so much. Unbelievable. He loved children so much. Now, that love did not have any even smell of iota of selfishness in that. Asking nothing. Similarly, when we have love towards Bhagavan, a love which does not ask for anything, which does not demand anything, not even dream of anything, but just love towards Bhagavan. That pure love is called bhakti, is called devotion. The moment even an iota, even a smell of selfishness comes into it, then it can no more be called as bhakti. It is normal, common infatuation, lust, one kind of love. But it is laukika love. Whereas devotion requires purity of heart. And in this purity of heart, there is so much of, what do you call it as? Innocence. Childlike behavior, not childish behavior, not foolish behavior. Childlike behavior, full of innocence, full of dependence on Bhagavan and Bhagavan alone, and total surrender at the feet of Bhagavan. That is bhakti. Here is one wonderful example of a great bhakta who have been talked about by so many Santa Purushas. Shastra talk about her. And we all know she is Mata Shabari. Having, conferred to that Gandharva who was in the form of Jatayu. Remember, we spoke last time. Jatayu is none other than a Gandharva. Because of he was given that form, and now Shapa Vimochana took place. He became a Gandharva and he went back to that Pada. When Rama reached Shabari's ashram, before saying what happened, I will tell you who this Shabari, Mata Shabari is. A tribal woman, maybe Kurupa also, not looking beautiful, maybe dark. And there is a tribal community called Sabaras. Belonging to the tribal community, we call her as Shabari because nowhere her actual name is mentioned. Therefore, even the author has taken her clan itself as the name Shabari. Sabaras is the community, clan. Belonging to that clan of Sabaras, Mata Shabari ji, she was, in her young age, as a young girl, she was dark and somehow she got married to one person. And in those days, marriage means the girl and boy sees each other only in the marriage hall. In that, platform where they sit down for marriage, only then they look at each other. Otherwise, they won't look at each other also. The parents decide. Today you know what it is. Those days, no question. You sit down, you are getting married. Okay, you sit down. She sat down, he also sat down, they got married. And after Mangalya Dharanam, it seems at that time only he saw her. And once he saw her, he was so disturbed, he left her there only. Not in the Kalyan Mandapa, it seems after the Mandapa, they went to some place and he left her and went away. When thus she was abandoned by her husband, and people also talk ill about, people have no other business, you see. This is one thing which all of us have to understand. This gossiping about other person is worst. In one of the commentary, not in Ramayan, in some other commentary, I read somebody saying, this gossiping ill about an other person is equivalent to prostitution, it seems. People talk so ill about everybody. Like that, people talked about Shabariji also. She was so frustrated. She was so disturbed. She left that town itself and she went, and finally she went to this place where a great Maharshi, Matanga Maharshi, his ashram she reached. But then woman cannot go into ashram. Those days very strict rules and all were followed. Brahmacharis were there. But Shabariji stayed out of the ashram, and early morning, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, for us it is not yet even midnight. Some people, midnight starts at 3 o'clock because of the mobile roga what people have today. They keep on watching, I don't know what, and then they sleep at 3 o'clock and wake up at, what time, Surya Vamshis. She would get up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock and quietly come to the ashram, clean the entire ashram beautifully, water the plants and everything quietly. Nobody would know. By the time the brahmacharis get up, acharya get up and all, by the time she would have left. That way she used to serve. She thought, this is good for me. I will just keep doing this seva. What else can I do? Brahmacharis used to get up early morning. They're all assigned. Brahmacharis are assigned jobs. For them it is Karma Yoga. Shramadan. Even when we were studying in the ashram at Bombay in Sandipani Sadhanalaya, we were all not told to get up at 4 o'clock and go and clean the ashram. Luckily. I don't know whether it is luckily or whatever. For that, a lot of workers were there. Hundreds of workers were there. But then, for to understand what it is, we were given a 45-minute window. 5 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. we are supposed to do some Shramadan. Clean up the, it was a big land, 7-acre land. Therefore, lot of pathways were there. Lot of trees. Therefore, all those dry leaves were left everywhere. Therefore, cleaning that pathway, and then we have to clean our own toilets, the common areas and all. So many things we were assigned. And we were assigned this day to this date, this particular brahmacharis will do here, that brahmacharis will do there. Brahmacharinis had their own area of work. Like that, work was assigned to each and every one of us. That is called as Shramadan, where I do dana of Shrama, physical labor. But we are very good at Shramadana. We do donation of Shrama to others. We don't want to do any Shrama. That we are very good at it. Now these brahmacharis were asked to do all the cleaning, etc. When they get up early morning, take bath and come out, everything was spick and span. All the plants and all watered. Probably she also put some nice, very artistic rangoli also she must have put. And all that she would do. And then she would pluck flowers and keep it outside in that shrine where the ashram, who had a shrine, she would keep all the flowers ready. and then she would disappear. So these brahmacharis are very interesting. Allah, out of experience I am telling you. There were 2 or 3 brahmacharis who wanted to find out who does all these things. So one night they stayed awake. They stayed in such a place where they can watch all areas of the ashram. And they found that this lady would come and she would clean up everything pakka, beautifully she would clean. And in fact, they felt a little ashamed because that lady could do it so well. At this younger age, these people did not do so well. So they were feeling some kind of guilt, but at the same time, they don't know who she is. And after seeing all that, they reported to the Acharya. Acharya, this is what is happening. There is one lady who comes and cleans up everything. She waters the plants. Then she spreads rangoli. And then she collects flowers. And then she keeps it there. And she goes away before we all could get up and come. Matanga Rishi then finally calls her. And it is said, however you are a good person, there are people who are a little greedy, who are selfish, who don't like others doing good job also. Crab mentality, we say. So these brahmacharis and all, they did not like that lady. Why should a lady come into the ashram? This was one culture at that time. Ladies should not enter ashram is one culture. They were all very... Then one day, Matanga Muni, he went to the lake there and then accompanied, he requested her to accompany, and there, it was a very beautiful spot. And then he told her, you do tapas here. What is a tapas? You live here. One place he must have earmarked. And chant the japa of Rama. He gave her mantra diksha. Of what? Rama. Rama or Sri Rama or Sri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. And it is generally said as Rama, that's all. Rama or Sri. He gave mantra japa and then Matanga Rishi went away. Shabariji did not even know who this Rama was. So she asked Matanga Rishi, but who is Rama? Why should I take the japa? He said, you just do it. He will come searching for you. You just do the japa. She said, okay. 100% surrender to the Guru. Please note. Unquestioning surrender. She said, okay. And from that day, she was expecting Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra. Therefore, in that kutira where she was living, far away from the place where the inhabitants of that city or town or village, whatever, far away, and she used to clean up the whole place very beautifully. She would collect lot of flowers and she would beautifully decorate the path for Ramchandraji to come. One beautiful seat was arranged for him. She would collect lot of berries and then she would give for offering to Ramchandraji and Lakshmanji. Guru had told 2 brothers will come and one is Rama. And he will give you moksha. It's probably may have told, may not have told. Rama. She started constantly constantly. Her mouth did not have any other words to tell. Her mind did not have any other chants to do. There was only one thought in her mind. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. I am chanting this. We don't know what she was chanting, whether Rama or Sri Rama or Jai Rama or Sri Ram, Jai Ram, whatever. Constantly, consistently, continuously, uninterrupted, went on chanting. She had no knowledge of the Shastras. She did not go out to do seva in the town. She just remained there. Why? My Guru has told me. 100% absolute Shraddha in the Guru. She said, my Guru has told me. Period. She went on chanting his name. Other than the moment she was sleeping, she went on chanting. Every day she used to prepare and wait for Ramchandraji. And by the night, oh, today Rama has not come, but tomorrow he is going to come. Okay, tomorrow also I will do. Years passed, decades passed. She became old and fragile. Still, the intensity with which she had that bhakti towards Bhagavan, guided by her Guru, with utmost surrender at the feet of the Guru, the freshness of the devotion which was there on the first day when the Guru said, was exactly the same, even after decades of waiting. Wrong time, but I will ask the question. Will we wait? One day? Think. Even when you sit for puja, we are very sure Bhagavan will not come in front of me. Think. I am not joking. We are very sure. That's why mobile is also next to us. When somebody calls, we just drop Bhagavan like one hot potato and take the mobile. Some people speak there only, some people go out. And finally they wonder, what was I doing? And go away also some people. Very wonderful. And some people may recollect, oh, I was doing puja. Where did I stop while I was doing puja when the phone came? They forgot. Okay. Sarvopacharam samarpayami. Finished one. Get up and go. This is our devotion. With due respects, please. All those who have got very good devotion, please accept my pranams. And who are there like this, please understand. That is our devotion. Years of waiting, not even knowing. She never asked, can you show me a photo? Rama's photo? No. How will he be? Tall, short, dark, bright, thin, fat? Nothing she asked. All that she knew, Rama. That's all. That is why Shabari is kept at high pedestal. Think, Shabari dekhi Ramagrihaye. When thus she was waiting, and one day she found Ramchandra. Ramchandra ji came to Shabari ji's ashram. Shabari dekhi Ramagriha aaye. And very interestingly, here Griha aaye is said. Griha means house. Whereas the entire gamut of Shastras call it as ashrama. Ashrama, when it is said, it is usually a word used wherever saints stay, sannyasis stay. That place is called ashrama. Whereas Shabari, she is not a sannyasi. Isn't it? Nobody knew her at all, in a manner of saying. Except probably those brahmacharis who saw her that night. Nobody knew her. But then all the gamut of Shastras, now they declare that as ashrama. But she claims itself a grihaye. Muni ke bachana samuji jiya bhaye. Muni ke bachana. Who is that Muni? Matanga Muni. He had told her, you wait here. Rama will come and he will give you the necessary upadesha and he will take you to his abode. That's all Matanga Muni had told her. So she remembered, he is the person whom my guru had told. Sarasija lochana bahu bisala. Saras, lotus like eyes, Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. Bahu bisala, long arms. Jata mukuta sira ura vanamala. Jata mukuta, he did not have a crown like what he had in Ayodhya, but he made a crown of his own jata. Jata mukuta sira ura vanamala. And one vanamala, garland made of flowers and leaves, etc. Vanamala. Syama Gaura Sundara Do Bhai. Syama, dark and handsome, and Lakshmana, bright and handsome. Beautiful, fair Lakshmana, and dark and very, very handsome Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji. Shabari Pari Charana Lapataye. Shabari ji, even though she is old, even though she may not be able to run, she went fast and fell at the feet of Ramchandraji and held his feet. Prema Magana, full of love, uncontaminated love. That love which can never be explained. All the more we cannot understand because of our misuse of the word called love. Abusing the word. Think. It was love in the purest form. Prema Magana. Mukha. That face actually showed what her love was towards Ramchandraji. Prema Magana Mukha. Bachanana Ava, she could just not speak anything because she was choked. The moment she saw Ramchandraji, she was so choked, she could not speak a word. Bachanana Ava. Puni Puni Pada Saroja Siranava. Again and again, she went on falling at the feet of Ramchandraji. She would get up and look at his face and then see it for some time. Again she would fall, again get up, again. Puni Puni Pada Saroja. That lotus feet, Siranava, she kept her head at the feet. Sadara Jalalai Charana Pakare. And she washed his feet with the amount of tears which would come out of her eyes. Sadara Jala. And then another version is, she brought fresh water and she washed his feet. Puni Sundara Asana Baithare. And very beautifully, with lot of love, devotion, etc., she would wipe the feet and then she brought them and made them sit. Asana Baithare. Kanda Moola Phala Surasa Ati Diye Rama Kahuani. And this is very interesting part. We know only one part. Let us think about it. Kanda Moola Phala Surasa Ati. A very beautiful word. Ati Surasa means most tasty, very juicy, very sweet. Kandamula phala, all those roots and fruits and then bulbs, etc., which are so juicy and tasty. And this is where Tulsi Dasji doesn't mention here. But other Ramayans they have mentioned. When Kathakars actually, they have gone all their way to give a big commentary on that. However, it is acceptable because other Ramayans speak. Tulsi Dasji, probably wanted to move forward. Whereas you find in other Ramayans that Shabari Katha, especially these fruits, roots, etc., how she gave. In this one, we call it Juta in Hindi. Yenjilu, we call it in Kannada or Yechal in Tamil Bhasha. We won't give, isn't it? So muddy, whenever, whatever we want to. If not that kind of muddy, at least we'll keep it pure and then offer to Bhagavan, etc. Whereas Shabariji, she plucked all those berries and she didn't know because it would be sour, it can be very bitter and things like that. Therefore, it is said she would bite a little and check whether it is sweet. This is sweet. This my Rama will like it. So she would keep it very beautifully in that basket there. And one, no, this is very sour. She would throw it. And like that, she would collect every day, expecting Ramchandraji. This day also, she had made a very good volume of berries and other fruits and roots, etc. And then she made Ramchandraji, Lakshmanji sit down. She went into that small kutira, where she was staying. She brought all that. And Lakshmanji, he noticed what? That berry is eaten. All the berries are eaten, like as though, one rat or something has done eaten. So, but then she gave it to Ramchandra. Ramchandraji was so happy, he was so delighted. He lifted everything. Each one of them looked at Lakshmana and he gave Lakshmana. Lakshmana said, no. Why? Two reasons. One, the way they show in the serials and all, it is, eaten by, I don't want. This is one way they show. Another reason why Lakshmana would not eat is because 14 years he never ate and he never slept. He never ate anything, he never slept. Therefore, when Ramchandraji gave him that fruit, which was tested by tasting by Shabariji, he did not accept. Ramchandraji understood. So he kept quiet. He enjoyed. So tasty. And not only the fruit was tasty, not only that, though it was eaten and checked whether it was sweet, sour, bitter, tested and then kept. Therefore, naturally, all of them were sweet only. So Ramchandraji picked up one by one. He enjoyed the taste, but along with the taste, the sweetness were multi-fold because of the love that was there in that, whose love? Shabariji's love. How much she must have done every day for years and decades. Unless you have that kind of a love, you cannot have this kind of a thinking. Isn't it? Even while we are giving Naivedyam, we are 100% sure Bhagavan will not come and eat. 2 days he comes and eats better. 1 day if he comes and eats, next day you will think, what should I give? First 1 week and all varieties, Bhagavan is coming varieties. Slowly varieties will reduce. Is it not? Oh, Bhagavan comes and eats everything. Our functions, our celebrations, our festivities are, kitchen oriented. I think I have told this before. Every celebration menu is different. Ramanavami, Panaka, Kosambari, buttermilk. Is it? Krishnashtami, Hai Ram. Varieties, chakulli, barfi, sweet, kadle, what not. Nippat, etc. Varieties. I remember when I was serving in Shivamogga, there it is Satyanarayana. Krishnashtami we used to celebrate very, very beautifully. And there we had one very interesting person. He was the president at that time. The moment Krishnashtami comes, he would tell Swamiji, Prasada is from my side, I will only bring. I said, thank you, we need people like you because I don't have any other work to do. He will bring in gunny bags, varieties. About 32 to 35 varieties of eatables he used to bring. Krishnashtami. And our Krishna also is wonderful. No? He loves all that. Varieties. Krishnashtami. Shivaratri, Bole Baba doesn't eat anything. But then we have our own interpretations and then we do usli. Shiva will not eat rice. And he will not eat all these items. He only will eat rice, that item. That item, no other celebration will be there. Is it not? That item is meant for Shivaratri. So you have a menu change. 12 o'clock midnight, Mahamangalarati is over. You can't eat rice. Therefore, fill the stomach. Think. Kitchen-oriented celebrations. Varieties you need. And our varieties are such kind which we make it so tasty, not because Bhagavan will eat or something, not because I am doing Naivedyam to Bhagavan, because after that I only have to eat. Think. This is our bhakti. Look at this. Kanda Moola Phala Surasa Ati. So beautiful. Isn't it? Diye Rama Kahuani. And she brought it and gave it to Ramchandraji. Prema Sahita Prabhu Khaye. Bhagavan, when he ate, he felt, he, experienced that innocent love. That love which is complete in nature. And with that love which he recognized in those berries, he ate prema sahita with so much of love. Barambar bakhani. Again and again. Again and again he started praising. Lakshmanji was watching from a distance. But he dare not speak. Why? Because he saw Ramchandraji eating it with so much of love and affection. Therefore, he did not want to interfere. He never ate because 14 years he had taken Sankalpa, he will not eat or sleep. Though the artists, they, create a scene as though he did not like, and then in some places they have shown him eating also. But technically speaking, Lakshmana never sipped anything. Is that story? Whatever it may be. Bhagavan kept on praising Shabariji, and he ate all that. Then what happened is another very beautiful thing, which we will take it up tomorrow. Alright? Tomorrow, day after, is a very, very beautiful prasanga. We will see tomorrow. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।